Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant News. Lots to talk about with the Red Bull Homegrounds tournament going on. 100 Thieves starting out hotter than Cloud9 so far. Are they actually going to be a better team in North America? Especially because Cloud9's coach believes they're not even a super team and are arguably slightly overrated. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you are new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. Some big news to discuss on the roster side at first. Another teaser here for GT. I can't be bothered with them doing like 7 teasers. I don't know if there's an 8 in this really. I think this is like a Polish kind of symbol here. So I don't know if one of the players, maybe Oxy or some of the players maybe have some Polish heritage. Not exactly sure what this is even meant to refer to. Or they're just signing Shroud, like maybe that's a possibility as well. But yeah, that's all we get for now. Also Sentinels, they're building out a massive giant facility apparently. Pretty cool stuff because a lot of other organizations have something to this effect to help them with their practice and content and all this. Makes sense for Sentinels. I guess we'll see if there is any kind of actual validity behind this over the coming weeks. Further roster things, this on the game changer side, but a big deal. We saw Fluorescent, formerly of Misfits, was kind of made a free agent, and we were wondering, like, did she get dropped? Did she actually get signed somewhere? Turns out she has been. She's going to join Version X alongside these guys. But the big game changers news is this one from Cloud9 White. The roster is set to become free agent as the dynasty comes to an end. So Cloud9 White being kind of the dominant force, game changers roster for some time, certainly in North America, right? They went to the World Championship and G2 goes and won it, and they got taken down there by Shopify Rebellion. But yeah, really interesting to see because the game changer scene in general has done great things, I think, this season, and it became really popular, maybe more so than I even expected it to. And Cloud9 were like the best team in North America at least, but they're getting dropped effectively by Cloud9. Now, you know, it doesn't say necessarily whether they're going to be signing another team, but I can tell you with a very good degree of confidence that they won't be signing another team, and this is the end of their kind of outfit in the game changer side in Valorant. Largely because of the situation that Cloud9 are going in more widely, and a lot of esports organizations right now, we're trying to slim down their operations and cut costs where they can. Cloud9 dropped their Halo team, they sold them onto SSG. I think they dropped their Apex team. They have, you know, obviously cut this roster as well, or at least they're planning to. So yeah, they're only going to keep their Valorant team and a few other operations as well. Because they paid a lot for Yay, they probably need to compensate for that somehow. But yeah, I think their blockchain.com, like a kind of sponsorship probably fell apart a bit. And it does seem like a lot of organizations, especially Cloud9, are really trying to cut their costs where they can. And that involves leaving plenty of esports that aren't the real big ones, I suppose. Like, I mean, yeah, look, they're in Valorant, it's a big esport, but it's the game changer side, and they want to make sure they can keep their main roster, which is right now over in Europe playing in this Red Bull tourney. So really interesting stuff. And this is the case. Even 100 Thieves have cut some staff, and they're potentially slimming things down as well. It's just, you know, a natural thing that's going to occur with the economic state that we're in at the moment, that esports teams are going to have to adapt, and that involves stuff like this. However sad it might be for that team and for the game changer scene at large. Let's dive then into this Red Bull tournament. So Yay actually played some Yuri yesterday. It was pretty crazy stuff. This tourney, an absolute mess, to be honest. The production was terrible. Like, I don't know what they were doing. The broadcast was awful at times. No idea what's going on. No one even seemed to know what the format was going to be. I've no idea why the format had to be what it was anyway. Like, yesterday was such a long day. I mean, I told you guys, like, they had to play 3 best-of-3 series in a day. Like, it's just absolutely outrageous, to be honest. Especially because there's not that many series now from now to the end of the weekend, and we've got 2 more days to go of the tournament. So I don't know what's happening there. And even Crew Nags said here, like, he thought they'd got out of the group in kind of 2nd place or whatever, but it turned out they got the tiebreakers wrong. They thought that it was like going to be a head-to-head tiebreaker to get out of the group. Turns out it was a map count or a round count tiebreaker to get out of the group, so who even knows anymore. But they did go down to Vitality to Cloud9, then they beat Focus here in the final match of the day. But yeah, still an absolute mess. If you guys were watching it, I'm sure he's probably better in the venue, but yeah, it wasn't ideal. And even this from Cellar, right? 1-2-0, went 3-0 on the day, means playoffs on Sunday for us. Shout out to all the fans who watched throughout the day. Actually, I lied, we play semis tomorrow. And we'll look at the bracket here in a second. I don't really know why they have to play semis tomorrow, because if they play semis tomorrow, there's only the grand finals that's on Sunday, which just feels like if you're playing like 100 million matches on Friday, you should probably have more going on Sunday. But I don't know, Red Bull Homegrounds, like, I don't know if they've really done a tournament of this level yet, with this many eyeballs on it, with this many top teams, with fans in the venue and all this. So maybe it's understandable that it's a bit sketchy, but yeah, it's not been particularly well done across the board, to be honest. There was some interest being raised, especially about this series, Cloud9 versus Focus. Game 1, Focus win it. This is Yugi and Co. They take down Zephyr, Vanity, Leaf, Zelsis, and Yay. So, you know, pretty interesting stuff that the first map these guys play is ended in defeat, and actually the first series they played ended in defeat because they ended up losing that series 2-1, and well, dropping down to the 0-1 side of the situation. They bounced back though, they won the next 2 series, and went 2-1 in groups, got the first seeds, got out of the groups regardless. But still, pretty interesting stuff. Cloud9 lost their first series here, and I'll share a couple of clips of, what was actually happening from the watch parties that were going on. These were the results after the group. Says the Cloud9 Vitality crew, they managed to get out in the ends. Well, according to VLR here, crew got out at 1-2 because, they won their head-to-head against Focus, but some are saying that actually because it was round count here, then, or map count potentially, that Focus actually are going to get out instead, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, crew, because they beat Focus, both 1-2, like, crew should go through like no-brainer, but I don't even know at the moment because there's still some talking points about that. But on VLR it says crew are through, so who even knows? It's an absolute shambles. This was the second group here. 100 Thieves went 3-0. Impressive from them. 6-2 map count. Okay, they lost a map to Team Liquid. They lost a map to Team Heretics, but everything else was relatively comfortable for them. And this is now the playoff bracket.
The mid here to see if there's any lurks. The kills are dead spotted, but Crowd gets another pick on Rax. Ease knows that Captain's on site and gets a nice trade bang. Literally cheating, as some could say. We could do a little bit of a back in the chat. Crowd knows that the guy is spawned here and is going to be taking them out.
Blind, we should have info that they're in the site. Bang, holding the angle here, gets 2, going absolutely crazy, pops the blind here, another one speaks him. Rax, wait, what the f are we looking at? But 103. Oh my god, he's shooting through the smoke. This guy's cheating. Wait, this guy's actually cheating. 24/7 all day. This guy's shooting through smokes and getting every kill. Someone ban this guy. Yeah, this is just GG. GG. We're dying. Oh my god, just make it stop.
Flawless. Defenders.
What did I say? Ah, my gosh, Cryo's insane. Pog. Let's see. Cryo with a 300 combat score, 7 first bloods. Sheesh.
Also, this match matters because I think C9, if they beat this match.
Open up the sky.
Yes. Spam that dude. Yes. What happened to the op though?
Still got it.
Something like
On the money.
Stick it on us, see it.
Standing.
That's what I'm saying. Just stick that, John.
I did not think they would win this round out of all of
Defenders
them.
win.
What the fuck is... What the fuck? What is this nurge?
So presumably today it's just a single elimination, quarters, a couple of semis. I guess, well, one of those semis is going to be today. And then on the Sunday, there's going to be 2, one, the second semi, and then the grand final. Guess that makes sense. But just strange to me that you do all these groups in one day of like really long action. And then you just have 5 matches for the rest of the weekend. Seems a little bit strange and a weird format, to be perfectly honest. Now, this is interesting on Cloud9. This is over at Decerto, and it's obviously lopsided. So I'll bring up what they said in the center of the screen. But the coach of Cloud9 has not exactly called his team overrated, but he hasn't gone too far short of that, because he was asked, like, look, are you guys a super team? Are you guys the best team in NA? Like, what's going on there? And of course, so far, they've kind of been outshone by 100 Thieves in the matchups we have seen. And as the coach of Cloud9 says, we have some of the better players in North America and staff, but it's like, are we a super team? I don't think so, because I don't think we have the best people in the individual roles. Interesting statement, right, to make about your own team, that, yeah, our guys really are got that hot, to be honest. We're kind of like overrated by the fans. Just an interesting statement to make. Okay, in some roles they have the best players, but you know, maybe in other roles he feels like there's still room for upgrade. So just a weird statement I thought to make, especially as he went on to say our role issues are very evident. We're going to have to deal with that, and I think people can adjust. If people can adjust, we'll be very good. But the super team label is overused, saying that Fnatic and Liquid are the real super teams. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Is this a good idea from the coach to play down their own ability and success, or is it like or is he thinking already that this team actually isn't all it's cracked up to be? I don't know. But look, they had a solid day one. They went 2-1 at the end, but that loss to Focus was a little bit surprising, albeit very early days. And 100 Thieves did pretty well. Close series across the board. They went in a crazy close map 3 here on Breeze up against Team Liquid that they won 13-11 in the end. Of course, Liquid without, if they had Nats and Reggie, you'd think they might have won this series. But you know, it's all good learning experiences for these teams. But nonetheless, Cloud9 didn't exactly stun the world on game 1 with how they were performing, given the, well, the quality that their team has theoretically. Bang Zero says 3-0 in groups. They move on to the semi-finals and they will play either, well, I think they play later today and then Cloud9 have to wait until Sunday. And just one thing to close out with, pretty cool stuff, a 3-part docu-series called The Fearless, chronicling this past season. So, you know, the episodes are coming out over the coming days here. I think people are pretty excited for this one. But very much enjoyed your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. Take care. And I'll see you next time.